Saminaka Grains Market, a pivotal hub for grain transactions in Kaduna State, faces the brunt of scarcity and substantial price hikes in essential grains like maize, beans, and millet. Dealers and buyers are expressing their concerns, especially during the dry season when grains are expected to be both available and affordable. Adam Musa completes this report.
This is Saminaka Grain Market, one of the largest grain markets in Nigeria, where buyers and sellers from within and beyond Nigeria converge to do business every Wednesday. Regular business activities are taking a negative turn as traders in the market say the prices of commodities have skyrocketed at a time it is expected to go down, with a bag of maize, beans and millet now selling at 44,000, 75,000 and 43,000 naira respectively. Some stakeholders provide an insight on current market realities.
To gaskiya dalilin da muke gani shine saboda fargaba da mafi yawancin jama'a suke yi.
Fear that the prices of grains will skyrocket like last year. So this season, many believe that the prices of grains are likely to shoot up. Because of that, people, especially those with money, bought them in large quantities and stored them to gain a profit. Additionally, insecurity as a result of banditry across agrarian communities in the north means the harvest this year is significantly low, with farmers' inputs like fertilizer also beyond the reach of smallholder farmers, complicating the production process.
To babban abin da zan yi bayani akan karancin kaya ba a yi noma bane an yi, amma saboda wahala.
People really suffer last year. A lot of them who were never engaged in the grain business now hoard the commodities. They bought the grains and put them in these stores you are seeing until the prices go up to a certain amount. Aside that, people from far north where insecurity is ripe and could not cultivate their farms come down to this market to buy. Buyers come and leave empty-handed due to the scarcity of the product in the market. On the other side are buyers who are also at the receiving end of the current situation, which is further compounding their lower purchasing power.
Duk kasuwa yana da kuɗi. Shi yasa wata ran idan ka zo ka samu kayan kaɗan.
Whatever you intend to buy, you can hardly get it because the price is increasing day by day. You just have to buy what little you can. Rich people have already bought the grains and hoarded them in stores.
Mu je mu sarrafa ta. Sakamakon wani zubin muna zuwa mu koma.
We sometimes come and leave empty-handed because of the hike in price of the grains. Before, you could come with little amount of money and bought a lot of paddy rice. But now, it is not possible. This is affecting our business. With Nigerians over 28% inflation rate, it appears that the current price hike will likely continue, leaving many feeling despondent and unable to make ends meet. The current market realities have become emblematic of Nigerians' food security challenges. Adam Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
We move over now to Adamawa State and to a sad development where a raging fire on Wednesday razed a business complex housing 7 shops in Numan local government area of the state. Although the cause of the fire remains shrouded in mystery, eyewitnesses have speculated that it may have been triggered by fluctuations in electricity supply. The incident resulted in the loss of millions of naira worth of property and has caused untold hardship to helpless shop owners. The Deputy Governor of Adamawa State, Kaletapua Ferauta, who visited the scene of the incident, expressed deep regret and conveyed the sympathy of the state government to victims and the entire Numan community. Ferauta described the incident as a great loss to the community and assured the people that the government was doing everything within its power to provide succor to the affected shop owners. The chairman of Numan local government area, Christopher Sofere, who had earlier informed the deputy governor of the incident, appealed to the government to come to the aid of the shop owners who had lost everything to the inferno. And now to Akwa Ibom State, the Supreme Court has affirmed the election of Pastor Umo Eno of the People's Democratic Party as the validly elected governor of Akwa Ibom State. This comes after the Apex Court panel led by Justice Wani Abba Aji dismissed the appeals of the All Progressives Congress, Young Progressives Party and the Action Alliance challenging the victory of Eno in the March 18, 2023 poll. The parties based their suits on the non-qualification of the governor over allegations of certificate forgery, which the governor denied. The Court of Appeal had upheld the judgment, dismissing the suits challenging the primary that produced Umo Eno as the PDP candidate for the state. The appellate court had dismissed the suit for want of merit and awarded the sum of 15 million naira against the plaintiff. The judge ruled that plaintiff's arguments were based on assumption, adding that they were unable to prove to the court that Eno's certificates were forged. Still sticking to judicial matters, Justice Jude Onuegbeze of the Federal Capital Territory, High Court, Apo, on Thursday granted bail to ex-Minister of Power and Steel, Olu Agunloye, in the sum of 50 million naira. Agunloye was arraigned on 7 counts bordering on fraudulent award of a contract and official corruption. On Wednesday, the judge had ordered his remand in Kuje Correctional Center, pending hearing and ruling on the bail application. Moving the application, counsel for the former minister, Adeola Adedipe, prayed the court to grant bail to his client by way of self-recognizance or in liberal terms. He said Agunloye is not a flight risk and the notion canvassed by the prosecution was born out of misconception and communication barrier. However, the prosecution counsel opposed the bail application. Delivering the ruling, Justice Onwebueze said the pendulum of the court swung in favor of granting bail to the defendant. He granted a 50 million naira bail to the defendant and ordered him to produce 2 sureties in like sum. The matter has been adjourned to February 12. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission is investigating Agunloye over the $6 billion Mambila hydropower contract. And now to Kaduna State. In a grim discovery, the remains of 11 Fulani herdsmen from Tode Fobe Laduga Grazing Reserve in Kachir local government area of Kaduna State were found in a forest near an area known as Crossing in Kachir local government area. The corpses discarded along Maro Road were identified by relatives and community members as residents of Laduga, allegedly arrested by soldiers in the area at different times. Trust TV's Bello Musa brings us details of this report.
Relatives and other members of the community who could not hold back tears took the pains of putting their loved ones in sacks after driving for over 30 minutes to get to the location where the decomposing bodies were allegedly dumped. Had a motorcycle accident when returning from Maulu celebration. I was at home when the news came to me. On our way to the hospital, soldiers stopped us, took him and told us they were taking him to Abuja. They accused my son of being a thief. I tried to explain to them that he was not a thief, but they did not listen. Before they left, they collected the 18,000 I was holding to pay my son's hospital bills. 1 week after his arrest, I was informed that his corpse has been found. I want justice for my son and other victims.
On Saturday morning, while my brother was on his way to the market with his friend Ibrahim, soldiers arrested them, and since then, we didn't hear from them until their corpses were found. As we were drinking our tea in the morning at the vendor's shop, the soldiers called my relation, Nuhu Magaji, and took him to the front of their vehicle and asked him what was this. I could not really hear what they were saying, but the next thing I heard them say was, "Enter the car." There was another man, Nura, selling grains. The soldiers pulled him toward their vehicle and shot him. That is how we all ran for safety.
According to them, they now live in fear due to incessant arrest of residents by alleged soldiers at Laduga Grazing Reserves of Kachel local government area of Kaduna State.
We, the people of Tide community, are living fear as women, children, and other people no longer sleep at home. The soldiers do storm the community at will. They came on Saturday morning around 8 o'clock and also on Tuesday around 2 a.m. Whenever they come, they search houses and take away our money.
The
people they arrested were Nura Yusuf, Abdulkadir Idris, Akilu Abdullahi, Ibrahim Abubakar, Magani Ibrahim, Saidu Saleh, Abdulaziz Yusuf, Ibrahim Sani, Musa Ibrahim, and Dan Asabi Agom. So far, 7 corpses have been recovered. When we add the one that was killed on Sunday, the number of those killed will become 8.
They should stop arresting innocent citizens if they suspect that residents of the community are committing crimes. They should liaise with the community leaders for credible information that will lead to the arrest of the main culprits. Corroborating what was said, the village head to the Fulbe Laduga Grazing Reserve, Muhammad Yusuf, also accused soldiers of arresting and killing innocent Fulani men without investigation. He called on the Nigerian government to investigate the extrajudicial killing of their residents.
We are not thieves. We are law-abiding citizens. We have been living here, and our forefathers live here peacefully with the people. We are appealing to the government to take necessary actions against these injustices.
Responding to the allegations, the Deputy Director, Army Public Relations Officer of the 1 Division Headquarters, Kaduna, Lieutenant Colonel Musa Yahya said troops acting on credible intelligence stormed Tilden Fulani on 30 December 2023, during which one Ibrahim was arrested as suspect for involvement in terrorist activities and insurgency. According to him, the suspect is currently in their custody and had confessed his involvement in insurgent activities and has further volunteered information that is assisting the army in subsequent operation. The division further said the troops did not molest or kill anyone during its operation. When contacted, the overseeing commissioner, Ministry of Internal Security and Home Affairs, Kaduna, Samuel Arwan, confirmed the receipt of the complaint from the Fulani herders.
Away from security matters in Kaduna State, the Executive Secretary of the Nigeria Christian Pilgrims Commission, Reverend Yakubu Pam, has said that the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas has necessitated a change of Nigerian pilgrimage from Israel and Jordan to the biblical sites in Rome and Greece. Addressing journalists in Abuja, Reverend Palm explained that the safety and security of Nigerian citizens has always been the prime concern of NCPC, adding that the Christian pilgrimage to Israel and Jordan scheduled for December 2023 was suspended due to such concerns. He said the pilgrimage is now being replaced with visits to Rome and the holy sites in Greece by the end of January. Palm noted that after a prolonged wait for the Israel-Hamas conflict that began on October 7, 2023 to end, His team's previous researches on biblical sites in Greece and Rome were properly analyzed, while he had personally led teams to inspect accommodation facilities and existing biblical sites, among other tasks. 2024 ushered in a popular trend with Nigerians, but the Nigeria police has cautioned Nigerians not to use the viral new slogan, "No gree for anybody." The force spokesperson, ACP Muyiwa Adejobi, gave the warning during a press conference at the police headquarters in Abuja on Tuesday. He said the slogan, according to intelligence, is coming from a revolutionary sector that might generate difficulties across the country. Adejobi explained that although the slogan, "No gree for anybody," is considered as just a typical talk among Nigerians, in the security world, it is seen as a highly dangerous term that can spark a crisis. You have been watching the news update on Trust TV. Still ahead, we'll bring you details of dilapidated state of roads in FCT and how it impedes operations of small businesses. More news when we return. Don't go away.
The 21st Daily Trust Dialogue and presentation of the 2023 African of the Year. This year's theme, Tinubu's Economic Reforms, Gainers and Losers, will be chaired by Dr. Shamsuddin Usman, former Minister of National Planning. Guest speakers, Wale Edun, Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Dr. Victoria Akai, Immediate Past Director General, Abuja Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Comrade Joe Ajero, President, Nigeria Labour Congress. This event takes place at NAF Conference Center and Suites, Kado Expressway, Abuja on Thursday, 25th of January 2024, 10 a.m. Attendance is free, and you can watch the live broadcast on Star Times, Channel 164 or Nicomsat free to air. For sponsorship, branding, and participation, please contact 081 5176 4600 or 080 3392 8902. Don't miss this insightful dialogue shaping the economic landscape in Nigeria.
Hello, and welcome to Creative Lounge.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying. If you're just joining us, this is the Trust TV News Update at this hour. And now let's take a look at a recap of some of our top stories. You heard that. So other stories. The inadequate road infrastructure in the Federal Capital Territory is impeding the development and growth of small businesses. Trust TV's Ibrahim Ismail explores the impact of the poor road network on local businesses through conversations with operators in the city. He takes it from here.
Abdulaziz Alabi, a vulcanizer with a small workshop along the Antad Road leading to Antata Estate, Gwarimpa in Abuja, laments losing customers due to the road's poor state. This predicament is crippling his business amidst the current economic challenges in the country.
Not everybody to come here to return car because of the road, as the road be the dust. Some people know they like to park the car to work for here because of the road. No, some people they go one place where we say they okay, then come there for comfortable to work for.
The deteriorating infrastructure in parts of Nigeria's capital is a cause for concern among residents. With the appointment of former governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, as FCT minister, expectations are high that he will address the city's infrastructural issues. Customers used to complain that the goods in my shop are covered by dust, but they manage to accept it like that. I want the road to be repaired.
Capital city of Nigeria, you're having this kind of road, not tied. It's really, really bad. There are so many roads like that are bad like this. It's not supposed to be so. It's not supposed to be so.
Driving on dilapidated roads poses risk, causing vehicle faults and accidents that claim lives. Obifemi, an automobile engineer, sheds light on this issue.
When the road is more terrible, it's smooth, we won't have those problems. But when the road is bad, you find that when by the time enter Gallop, like 2-3 times, I found they have the problem with their shock absorber and the other thing like ball joint tar on there, they will do slap. So one of the major problems that we are facing as a top bad road.
While Abuja boasts some well-maintained roads, citizens find the poor maintenance culture within the city center embarrassing. Authorities have been urged to address this problem and enhance overall infrastructure. Ibrahim Ismail, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Thank you so much, Ibrahim Ismail, for that report. And now we'll move over to the Central Bank of Nigeria, who has now appointed new executives to oversee the affairs of Union, Keystone, and Polaris banks. This followed the dissolution of the board and management of the banks by the Apex Bank. In a statement, CBN's Acting Director, Corporate Communications, Mrs. Hakama Sidi Ali, stated that Olayemi Cardoso, Governor of the CBN, approved the new executives to oversee the affairs of the three banks. The appointments take immediate effect. She said the decision to dissolve the board and management of the three banks and appoint new ones came after the Special Investigator Panel probing the CBN turned in its report. Sidi Ali added that the non-compliance of the three banks and their respective boards with the provisions of Banks and Other Financial Institutions Act 2020 prompted the dissolution. She also said that the bank's infractions varied from regulatory non-compliance, corporate governance failure, and disregarding the conditions under which their licenses were granted. She said that the managements of the affected banks also got involved in activities that pose a threat to financial stability. Away from Nigeria, South Africa has told the International Court of Justice that Israel's plan to destroy Gaza comes from the highest level of the state. South Africa made the claims while presenting its case accusing Israel of genocide at the ICJ. It also called on the court to order Israel to cease military operations in Gaza. Israel, which will present its defense on Friday, has vehemently rejected the accusations as baseless. The court will deliver only an opinion on the genocide allegation, although it has been closely watched. Israel is a signatory to the Genocide Convention of 1948, which defines genocide and commits states to prevent it. The ICJ is the United Nations highest court based in Hague in the Netherlands. Its rulings are theoretically, legally binding on parties to the ICJ, which include Israel and South Africa, but are not enforceable. And in sports, Manchester United forward Jadon Sancho has rejoined former club Borussia Dortmund on loan till the end of 3 seasons with no option to buy. The 23-year-old signed for Manchester United in a 73 million euro deal for Dortmund in July 2021, but has not played for United in the last 5 months after falling out with manager Erik ten Hag, and has been training away from the first team since September. After putting pen to paper to join Dortmund on Thursday, Sancho said rejoining the club was like homecoming for him. United had been open to offers for the 23-year-old with no resolution to the standoff in sight. Sancho's contract at Manchester United is valid until 2026, with United holding the option to extend for a further year. Before moving to Old Trafford in 2021, Sancho scored 50 goals and registered 64 assists in 137 appearances for Dortmund. And that brings us to the end of the news update at this hour. But remember, you can always follow us across all of our social media platforms and also join our YouTube live stream for more news, programs, and documentary. I'm Aisha Salihu. Thanks for your time.